Philip Glenn Whalen was an American poet, Zen Buddhist, and a key figure in the San Francisco Renaissance and close to the Beat Generation. Biography. Born in Portland, Oregon, Whalen grew up in the Dalles from age 4 until he returned to Portland in 1941. He served in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II. He attended Reed College on the GI Bill. There, he met Gary Snyder and Lou Welch, and graduated with a BA in 1951. He read at the famous Six Gallery reading in 1955 that marked the launch of the West Coast Beats into the public eye. He appears, in barely fictionalized form, as the character Warren Coughlin in Jack Kerouac's The Dharma Bums, which includes an account of that reading. In Big Sur, he is called Ben Fagan. Whalen's poetry was featured in Donald Allen's anthology The New American Poetry 1945–1960. Whalen's first interest in Eastern religions centered on Vedanta. Upon release from the Army in 1946, he visited the Vedanta Society in Portland, but did not pursue this very far, because of the expense of attending the countryside ashram. Tibetan Buddhism also attracted him, but he found it unnecessarily complicated. Quote, in 1952, Gary Snyder lent him books on Zen by D.T. Suzuki. With Snyder, Whalen attended a study group at the Jodo Shinshu Buddhist Church in Berkeley. Ultimately, Zen became his chosen path. Whalen spent 1966 and 1967 in Kyoto, Japan, assisted by a grant from the American Academy of Arts and Letters and a job teaching English. There, he practiced Zazen daily, and wrote some 40 poems and a second novel. He moved into the San Francisco Zen Center and became a student of Zentatsu Richard Baker in 1972. The following year, he became a monk. He became head monk of Dharma Sangha in Santa Fe, New Mexico in 1984. In 1987, he received transmission from Baker, and in 1991, he returned to San Francisco to lead the Hartford Street Zen Center until ill health forced him to retire. Poetry. The Calendar, a book of poems. Reed College, thesis, Portland, Oregon, 1951. Self-portrait from another direction. Our Hand Press, San Francisco, 1959. Memoirs of an Interglacial Age. Our Hand Press, San Francisco, 1960. Like I Say, Totem Press, Corinth Books, New York, 1960. Monday in the Evening, 21/7/61. Pet Soli, Milan, 1964. Every Day, Coyote's Journal, Eugene, Oregon, 1965. High Grade, Doodles, Poems. Coyote's Journal, San Francisco, 1966. On Bear's Head, Harcourt, Race and Amp, World Coyote, New York, 1969. Scenes of Life at the Capitol. Mayor, San Francisco, 1970. Enough Said, Fluctuate NEC Mergage, Poems 1974–1979. Gray Fox Press, San Francisco, 1980. Heavy Breathing, Poems 1967–1980. Gray Fox Press, San Francisco, 1983. Canoeing Up Kabagi Creek, Buddhist Poems 1955–1986. Parallax Press, Berkeley, 1996. Overtime, Selected Poems by Philip Whalen. Penguin, New York, 1999. The Collected Poems of Philip Whalen. Wesleyan University Press, Middletown, Connecticut, 2007. Both the collected and selected poems were edited by Michael Rothenberg. Prose, You Didn't Even Try. Coyote, San Francisco, 1967. Imaginary Speeches for a Brazen Head. Black Sparrow Press, Los Angeles, 1972. Off the Wall, Interviews with Philip Whalen. Donald Allen, editor. Gray Fox Press, Bolinas, California, 1978. The Diamond Noodle. Poltroon Press, Berkeley 1980. 2 novels. Zephyr Press, Somerville, Mass. 1985. Goof Book. Big Bridge Press, Guerneville, Calif. 2001.